What's up, YouTube? King Smog here. So, reaching these people are doing, man. This video with Nipsey Hussle talking to one of his homeboys about how the OGs are hating on him, and he was always wondering why they were hating on people, younger people getting money, all because they messed up what they had going on when they were older. And he's mentioning something that people that are in the limelight and young have kind of been complaining about for a relatively long time. And then you'll have the older heads that are complaining about the younger generation wanting handouts, like Slim Thug did in that one video.
So many people hit me up, want a handout.
And I think that's messed up, because it's all about, putting on the next person. That's what rap is. Rap is literally about sampling music that came before you, okay, and then giving credit to that person from the way it's made, the sampling, to, had Too Short back in Oakland. He was pretty much the first rapper to get famous out there. He got Rappin' Forte to tag along with him on some underground tapes, and then Spice One came through, and E40 came through. It's all about putting other people on, man. If you didn't put other people on, there wouldn't be a scene. So, I mean, and as far as older people putting younger people on and getting mad at them because they want a handout, it's like, how are you going to keep the generation going, keep the scene flowing until you pass it on to the youth, So look, I'm in total disbelief and shock at how anybody could say that video could have something to do with why he got shot, because he did not get shot by an older person. He got shot and killed by somebody who was 28 years old, and he was 33. He's same age as me, man. That's why I remember his exact age, because he's born the same year as me, man. And Eric Holder was 28 years old. So it's a 5-year difference, man. Somebody explain to me why people are looking at that video and thinking that it might have something to do with Nipsey dying, and tell me why they think it was even that the person was filming it without their knowledge. Okay, like, they could have been well aware. I'm gonna tell you guys this, all right? If they think that you're the type of person who's going to record or take pictures and then, go sell it to somebody or give it to a YouTuber or whatever, you ain't gonna be in the back of that car, dude. All right? And you are very much screened, and you are very much observed at how you operate around these people once they get on, because the people that are like that, they get cut immediately. However old that video is, people are saying that it was taken like that day or something, which, I mean, obviously you can debunk that real quick by looking at Nipsey Hussle and seeing, all right, he's not wearing the same clothes that he was wearing that day, so I don't know, maybe he went home and changed. But then again, I mean, look at how it looked outside. It looked like it was evening time. All right, so this was in the end of March that he died. All right, it starts to get around that time, or dark around, I don't know, maybe 7 o'clock or something, March time in California. So I mean, yeah, it didn't have to happen that day at all, because you can look at the windows outside and you can tell that the sun was setting, and Nipsey got killed at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon or something. Or no, he's pronounced dead at 3, and he got shot at like 1. So he got shot and killed, and his life ended in the afternoon. So why, I'm not, so look, they're saying this is some kind of, maybe some, I'm getting it, I'm catching the everyone's vibe, and that they're giving off like it's some kind of conspiracy thing. And again, people are gonna run on these conspiracy things for years, man. Look at the Tupac situation, man. You literally had to wait for everybody in that car to die, and then for one of those guys to get popped for dope sales, for the truth to come out. And the truth was what everybody thought in the first place. It was Orlando Anderson, because I don't even want to say the guy's name anymore, because I'm so disgusted at what he did. But it doesn't even, it's not even registering to me. But I made a video about it, so go look at my older video if you're concerned about what the guy's name name is. All right, it's basically it was Orlando Anderson uncle, Keefe D. That's who it was. All right, got caught up in the dope sales case, and they were like, "Hey, we've been knowing that you have been knowing who killed Tupac for a while now, so we need your confirmation, and we'll give you some love on your case, that you just caught if you tell us." And he went and told, because at that time I think everyone had died, or one of the guys was like about to die. I know the last person that died before, Orlando Anderson first, and then there was someone else who died of like diabetes or something, and then that made Keefe D the last person in the car surviving. So he looks at it like he's not snitching on anyone but himself, but his dead. He's not snitching on anybody but somebody who's dead. But I mean, basically, you're selling your information out to one of the investigators, and he or something. That was disgusting as well. So I mean, the whole thing is like, I don't even want to talk about that. So like, that's how much conspiracies, that's how disgusting they can get and how long they can run for. So let's not try and overthink this like we did with the Tupac situation for 20 something years. Let's just break it down to, unfortunately, what the cops are saying, because that's what's making the most sense. And let me tell you, what the cops were saying is what the hood was saying, like real quick. You know what I mean? It got to the point where it was so well known that the cops found out that day. So, whether somebody made an anonymous phone call and knew that they could make that call, or somebody went into the station and knew that they could say that because it had already gotten so big and nobody would ever know it was them. You know what I mean? And if they got paid for that information, or they got love on whatever case they had, no one will ever know. For real. I mean, so look, let's just let this man rest in peace, because the fact that they literally shut that whole parking lot down. I mean, the Marathon clothing store is closed, and it is because it turned into a freaking carnival. And I mean, his best homeboys were selling them out. I mean, you had Cowboy out there taking pictures outside of the Marathon clothing store with fans, people selling tour guide type tickets. Come see where Eazy-E grew up. Come see where Nipsey Hussle grew up. Come see where Dr. Dre grew up. Come see where MC Ren grew up. And they were charging people $70 to take a tour of the hood. So once they caught on to that, the Lauren London and the rest of the family, or the rest of Nipsey Hussle's family, I can't pronounce his last name for the life of me. They decided to close down the clothing store that was right there off of Crenshaw and Slauson, and just make it an online type of clothing platform. The fact that people were reaching that hard, they were trying to turn a death, basically a murder scene, into a carnival type of event, into a carnival type of area. To me, I find is despicable. That in front of the Marathon clothing store is unfortunately where he was murdered. Unfortunately, it's also considered a murder scene, but people weren't looking at it like that. They weren't respecting it like that. Not even his closest homeboys were respecting it like that. So they had to close it down. And this entire conspiracy thing about the guy in the back of the car secretly recording Nipsey Hussle, I don't think he was doing that at all. I think that he had the camera facing the other way because he was doing something else. He was probably rolling up a blunt, weighing out a sack. He could have been doing a number of things besides hiding the camera from Nipsey Hussle's view. Okay? So look, that's all I gotta say. King Smog sounding off. Like, comment, and you gotta shoot me one of those subs, man. I'm fiending.